Jayda jalil de rase Champions League ek had gas mein hanguman kick pe jav ennaramenne bhagi dulanne hidi dasde goal ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok wenne satteta denne one heart. One game, one heart, Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. Under the light. Football under podamoriye, irangal murdangal kadandidame. The lights are shining, the crowd will roll. This is the moment we waited for. The passion's rising, the call is clear. The Champions League is finally one game, one heart, Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. That we defend. Marangal tikkaagame, kalathil urudiyai minnavumave. Now me Champions League varave, unarvadakke thorume. Cheer ekai kemmak denne, kollo set ekama ek wenne, goal ekata kick ek denne. Champions League mein aramenne. Champions League, saganai aramenne, dibidenne, jaya ganne, eka seenata apiyanne. One game, one heart, Champions League, where dreams take part. Raise your flags, feel the art. Football, one game, one heart. Hey oh, one dream, one star. Hey oh, one game, one heart. Champions League, forever we play. The spirit of football.
Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme.
Good evening and welcome to the Racecourse International Stadium. It's the final game in the first round. Sri Lanka Police taking on Solid Sports Club for one final time in the first round under lights here at the Racecourse International Stadium. A very important game for both of these sides. A win here for Solid SC will take them to the top of the group in Group B, while Sri Lanka Police, a win here will take them either to the top or the second place in Group B. It's the weather card for today is shows it's cloudy over here at the racecourse, and wind is expected to blow across this picturesque Racecourse International Stadium. And as I've said before, a very important game for both of these sides. Sri Lanka Police coming off of a victory against St. Mary's, and Solid Sports Club also coming off of a victory against Matara City. And you could catch all the live action through the Football Sri Lanka Socials, Supreme TV and the Papare. All these action are brought to you week in, week out from a technical crew, and from the next week onwards it will be the Super 8s. And this is the points table as of now. Pelicans SC are comfortably on the top of the table after playing all their games a good win, a draw rather, against St. Mary's yesterday. Saw them grabbing just 1 point from their last game. Then Solid SC in the second place. Then Sri Lanka Police in the third place. St. Mary's confirmed their Super 8 spot yesterday with that draw against Pelicans. And Super Sun, Moragas Mull SC and Matara City Club will play in that play championship in those coming weeks. And a win here for Solid Sports Club will take them into the top spot, while Sri Lanka Police a win with a higher goal difference will take them to the top spot. So a very important game for both of these sides, and Super Sun SC narrowly edging out from those Super 8 spots. They had not the best of starts for the season, but gradually they did show what they are capable of, but it was not enough at the end of week number 7. Then Moragas Mull SC didn't have the best of seasons from them as well. Then the defending champions, very underwhelming performances from them as well. From the boys from down south. Yeah, the fixtures and results rather from the final week in the first round. We had Moragas Mull SC taking on Matara City Club, the defending champions, to kick things start in the final week in first round. The game ended in a tame draw, I would say. Then later on, Underlights on Friday, New Star took on Javelin, a brilliant game, ended in a draw as well. Then Serendi Bessie took Saunders on, the game of the weekend so far, I would say. A brilliant 3-3 draw. Saunders crawled back into the game, and stoppage time equalizer saw them maintain that unbeaten tagline going into that Super 8s. Then yes, last night we had the Pelicans drawing against St. Mary's. Again, a good game. Daniel Musatkin's goal early on was not enough to get that W for Pelicans, and St. Mary's went on to equalize. Then we had Crystal Palace beating Nigambut quite comprehensively this afternoon, and both the sides will be taking the field following the FIFA flag for one last time in this first round. It has been quite an eventful 7 weeks here at the racecourse. Week in, week out, we had some brilliant football. With the season progressed, it was all the teams who shaped up well and had good structures and took a firm grip into this campaign, and all those sides were really good into that latter part of this first round. Before kickoff, we'll be having a special team introduction
Assistant
today,
Superintendent of Police J. Hasim D.
as this is the last game of the first round. Some important dignitaries
Secretary of Honorable
will be on the field to greet the players, and after all the formalities, we'll be having the kickoff in just a couple of minutes of time.
Director of Solid Sports.
It's a beautiful Sunday for some superb footballing action. It's always good to be here at the racecourse under lights to see some football action. It's expected a turn up here at the racecourse for this final game. Sri Lanka Police taking on the Solid Sports Club. Solid, of course, in a red hot run-off streak, while Sri Lanka Police coming back after that loss against Moragas Mull. It was pretty unexpected from Sri Lanka Police's point of view, but since then they have won back-to-back games and right on their merry way to the Super 8s. They beat St. Mary's in the previous week. 1 goal to nil was enough for the Cops to take the W, while Solid SC put on a solid performance against the defending champions Mathura City. Henry Chibueze was outstanding for the boys in orange, and alongside him Alexson put his name into the score sheet as well, and skipper Jnana Rupan as well was brilliant. Devdas Nilujan was awarded the man of the match for Solid in their previous encounter, and he'll be hoping to continue his good work between the sticks today as well. Solid SC has been one of those teams to beat in this campaign, especially their 4 overseas signings have been absolutely brilliant for them throughout this first round. All of them have put their feet and made their marks this campaign. On the other hand, Sri Lanka Police taking the field without any overseas players. It's a speciality of the Cops. They have not fielded any foreign players on their ranks, but they have secured Super 8 berths, a Super 8 berth as well. So it's quite a feat from the Cops, and we have our referees for the day, Indunil Sandakalum, Sampath Linagunawardana, Nimasha Tennakon, and Taranga Pushpukumar will be a reserve referee. They'll have their work cut out today, as it's a very, very important clash in Group B. This will decide who will take that top spot in Group B. Solid, just a win will be enough for them to take that top spot. But Sri Lanka Police, a good goal difference needs to be maintained in order to take that top spot for the Cops. Interesting game will unfold upon us after these photographs posted with the dignitaries and the special guests for tonight. Sri Lanka Police, coached by Mahinda Galagedara, one of Sri Lanka's finest coaches and one of the most experienced coaches going around. Mahinda Galagedara will be expecting his troops to tune in fine form tonight as they take on Solid Sports Club in this final first round encounter. Sri Lanka Police have not played much football under lights in this first round, but on the other hand, Solid, most of their games were played under lights, so that advantage will be with the men in orange, but we shouldn't be underestimating the Cops. They have been absolutely brilliant. Just that game against Moragas Mull, they went down 1 goal to nil, courtesy Muhammad Katim's penalty. So Moragas Mull SC taking the W against Cops. After all being said and all the formalities done and dusted, we'll be having the final game underway in the first round. By the looks of it, Solid Sports Club have won the coin toss and they have chosen to play from the left to right. And here's the team lineup for Solid Sports Club. The big centre half, Daniel Arbison, Robinson Reynolds, A. Alexon, Kennedy, John Raj, Sri Muralidharan Chabesh, Adilaka Nadielu comes in place of Henry Chibueze. And as Jnana Rupan, the skipper, Udaya Kumar Sathipan, Tevdas Nilujan will be between the sticks. Khanes Mithushan and Mensa Prince will make the Solid SC outfit coached by Sabanath Sivanesan. And this is Sri Lanka Police's team lineup. Malinga Hettiarachchi, the skipper, Hussein Abdullah, Tanujan, Shashan Prabuddha, Nabil Sri Sardin, Dayabaran Selvaraj, Saman Nishant, Damit Samant, Gayan Rivaldo, Ahmad Damish, and Dinesh Mahendra, the goalkeeper. The players to watch out will be Gayan Rivaldo, the former Pete Wright, is a dominant and explosive winger slash midfielder, will be handy and will be very important in Sri Lanka Police's success.
The moment we've been waiting
this
for.
Evening under
Let
lights
the
at Race Course
countdown
International
begin.
Stadium.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And with all the formalities done and dusted, we are finally away here for one last time in the first round. Sri Lanka Police has kicked things off here. As I've been saying throughout this stint, it's a very important game for both of these sides. Yes, they have booked their places in Super 8, but a win here for both these sides could take them to the top of the table in Group B. Here's John Raj. Tries to put that through ball to find Adilakun Adielu. Making a start after a while, and Adielu takes a shot. Would have been the perfect start for Adilakun Adielu after sitting on the bench for a couple of games for Solid SC. Making an starter this evening, Adielu. Would have been the perfect start if he had found the back of the net. Nevertheless, a brilliant start from the Solid Sports Club striker. Positive start rather. Testing the goalkeeper from the offsets. Dinesh Mahindra did well. Wasn't expecting the shot to come off this soon in the game. Not even a minute was played when Adielu took that shot from range. Good technique shown from the overseas signing for Solid Sports Club. Nilujan punts it high and over the field. Police has done well to clear their lines. Prince Mensah, very unlike of him, misplacing a pass there. Here's Sri Lanka Police trying to find some space, and ball goes into touch. It was Tanujan. It was a teasing delivery from Adielu. Alexon was making the run from the middle, but well defended from the Sri Lanka Police centre halves. Saman Nishant, it was a thumping header, took the ball out of danger. Throw in taken quickly. Solid SC will have to calm themselves and take a firm grip of this game. They have been showing some signs of here's a solid S6. John Raj with an overlapping run. John Raj tries to squares it in, and in the meantime he has won a corner in favor of Solid Sports Club. Good bit of play from Kennedy John Raj alongside with Mensa Prince. That link up play will be one to watch out in the entirety of the game. And with the game progresses, these two will be coming in handy for the men in orange. Corner taken shortly. John Raj with an opportunity. It'll be another. Mensa Prince keeps the ball in, and Prince not the best of crosses there. As I was saying before, Solid SC, it has been a shaky start, not the best of starts for this game. They have looked a bit rusty, and not being making the correct passes as we saw on that occasion. On the other hand, Sri Lanka Police have looked pretty calm on the ball, and they have taken their time and building up the play from the back. Here's Prince. Nabil Sardin. Possession won back by Sri Lanka Police. Here's Nabil. Wayward pass, find in touch. They'll have to do much better, the Sri Lanka Police forwards, in order to breach that defense of Daniel Arbison and the Aberrant Selvaraj. They have been absolutely brilliant in the back for Solid, playing that high line and breaching the Solid SC's defenses have been one of the problems for all these sides in Group B. Police launching an attack, through ball. Arbison at the correct place at the right time. Very well done by Daniel Arbison there. Good presence of mind. This is what I've been saying. The backline, the speciality of Daniel Arbison, and the huge stature he brings into the game, marking his players brilliantly, and that's what we'll be expecting from Daniel Arbison for the time being, and for the 84 minutes or so to be played here at the racecourse. Sri Lanka Police trying to play from the back again. Good patterns shown by the Cops. And now a brilliant through ball. Here's an opportunity. Sri Lanka Police breaks the deadlock with an early goal. A brilliant counter-attacking play. Nabil Sardin opens the goal scoring for Sri Lanka Police as the Cops go 1-0 up here at the racecourse. This is absolutely brilliant from the Cops. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Nabil Sardin does no mistake whatsoever. Waiting Nilujan. A brilliant pass as well from the midfield. A nice weight in the ball as well. This is what I've been saying. Breaching this defense is one of the hardest things to do, and they have done brilliantly well. And I've been saying that Sri Lanka Police have looked very calm and composed with the ball, and as a result, they have taken an early lead here in this very important final fixture. And again, with an overlap run, Hussein Abdullah tries to crosses it in. Nilujan in this time pouches it quite comfortably. Brilliant start for behind the Galagedera's men. Yes, just goal scorer Nabil Sardin. A brilliant finish from Sardin there. Nasty challenge going into Mensa Prince's body. Shashan Prabhuddha at the best of tackles. Solid sports club will have to play out of their skin and they should keep their calms and their heads high and try to find that equalizer as early as possible. So far, they have not been up to their best, and due to that shakiness of solid sports clubs start, Sri Lanka Police have taken an early lead here, and this will be a good test going forward for the Super 8s, for the men in orange. They have been not put into the back foot quite often in this first round. Here's Police. They've got their tactics quite right. The cops here. Nice 1-2 play. The Amit Samant with a beautifully weighted pass. Finds Hussein Abdullah. Hussein Abdullah hits it straight to his man. But good sign shown from Sri Lanka Police. Very good structure here from Mahinda Galagedera's men. Good urgency. Good high press. Wins the ball for them. Not the best of passes. Prince, the cry is to keep it slow and keep a calm head. So here's Jnana Rupan with a brilliant diagonal delivery. John Raj. Tried something fancy. Alexson was making the run into the box. Surprising to see Alexson playing in a higher position. He was used as a number 6 or number 8 before, but today he's playing that false 9 for Solid SC, which is a much more higher role. Yes, he did score. He did manage to score last week against Mahatara City. Change of roles for A. Alexson here, and we'll see what he'll offer in his new position. And Solid SC will have to do much better than what they have been doing so far in this cup opening 12 minutes or so. Shashan Prabhuddha. Sri Lanka Police not afraid to play from the back, taking things slow, building the play from back. Finding the right pass, this time goes over the top. Nice, cute little touch from Hussein Abdullah. Good intentions from the cops. Very attractive style of play these cops are putting on. And here's a Solid SC. Good bit of football from Sri Lanka Police. Spreading the play while keeping the hold of the ball. Shashan Prabhuddha scanning for options. Hettiarachchi, the skipper. It was a tantalizing delivery from Adielu, but equally well defended from Sri Lanka Police. Here's John Raj with an opportunity, hits it straight into the centre half's belly. Malinga Hettiarachchi does well there. It's a low blow for the Sri Lanka Police skipper. Solidesi Adielu takes the shot straight into the keeper's hand as I have Navod Vijay Vikrama with me to take you all through this remainder of the game. Good evening, Navod.
Good evening, Atif. Yes, a fantastic start for Police. An early goal through Nabil Sardin. They do have ambitions of finishing this group stage on equal points with Pelicans. However, even if they win, they won't be able to top the group because the second criteria is head-to-head, where they lost against Pelicans. So they will only be able to finish second, as Kennedy John Raj has been one of their star players for Solid. Just missing out on an equalizer. Very good save from Mahendran Dinesh. So the best Police can do is win and finish in second place, while Solid have the best opportunity of finishing top. They do have 10 points, so they can finish. If they win, they will finish with 13 and top the group.
Definitely a win here for Solid SC will take them to the top of the group in Group B. And as Navod mentioned, a win here for Sri Lanka Police with a good goal difference won't take them into the top of the table, as they did go down against the Pelicans outfit earlier in the first round.
Police have had the easy list of defenses in this group stage, as the ball deflects out for a corner. As I was saying, Police have only conceded 3 goals. While Solid has scored 12 goals in their 5 games. So they are the highest goal scoring team in this group.
4 of them coming against Matara City Club in the previous week. John Raj overcooking the corner, very unlike of Kennedy John Raj. And Solid SC yet to find their feet in this game. They have not looked like themselves who played in the previous Sunday night.
Yes, they have brought in Adiluku Adiolu into the starting 11 and dropped Henry Chibuezi to the bench. Must be the only team that brings their foreign player off the bench. They have done it for the past few games as well, where Adiolu came from the bench.
A good luxury to have. Shows the caliber of players Solid SC composes. And Adielu will have to grab this opportunity from both his hands. For the time being, he has done decently well, testing Mahendran twice for the time being. Sri Lanka Police, on the other hand, have been absolutely brilliant from the offsets. They have been very calm and composed with the ball and executing Mahinda Galagedera's plans to perfection. Here's Adielu. Finds John Raj in the flank. John Raj with the lob ball into the box, but neatly defended by Hettiarachi.
Both teams would really love 3 points, but they should also take this opportunity to test out their bench strength as well, because next week we will be starting the Super 8s. 7 matches, an important 7 games. Every game matters.
Yes, definitely very important 7 games. And here's Sri Lanka Police winning the ball, and that's a shirt pull, and that should be a yellow card for the solid wing back. It will be just outside the box. It was Daniel Arbison, I believe. The shirt pull there. Brilliant high press from Hussein Abdullah. Winning the ball, driving it forward and enforcing the foul. It's Udaya Kumar Sathipan going into the books early in this game. That was a lazy bit of work from Sathipan. Kanes Mithusan, beg your pardon. Hussein Abdullah doing really well to win that free kick. Sri Lanka Police will be fancying their chances from this position, as the ball lies just at the edge of the 18-yard box. Gayan Rivaldo, by the looks of it, will be taking this set piece. Former Peter Wright will be looking to make his mark in this game. He has been very, very good throughout this first round in the midfield for Sri Lanka Police.
Three men standing over it. Malinga Hettiarachi, the skipper. Gayan Rivaldo from St. Peter's, and most likely I think it will be taken by Shishan Prabuddha, the one in the middle, the former Royal skipper. Yes, he is going straight at goal, but high and wide from Shishan Prabuddha. Should have placed it rather than going for power.
Not the best technique shown. Many would have thought he would curl the ball into the back of the net, but rather he used his laces. Seshan Prabuddha. It again, the Sri Lanka Police high press is causing all kinds of problems for Solid Sports Club. Committed defensive work from the Sri Lanka Police defenders. Saman Nishant avoiding the corner, putting the ball into the sidelines. Here's Solid Sports Club again on the attack.
Adeliko Nadiolo goes down under challenge. He's still staying down off your screen. Flailing hand from Shishan Prabuddha, needs to be careful.
He's already in a yellow card, I believe. Yes, apologies. It was Ganesh Methusan, solid SC. And this time we have the first yellow card for Sri Lanka Police. It deserved it. Certainly deserved a yellow card for that challenge. Starts up, sliding it. It's Damit Samant. The firing line. Not the best of challenges from Damit Samant there. Catching Mensa Prince's shin. Kennedy John Raj just rather.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any question or argument about it. 2-footer challenge. As Mensa Prince now takes a shot. Just over. The ball was swinging in the air. You can see brilliant technique from Mensa Prince. Just whizzing past the crossbar.
Dinesh Mahendran will be breathing a sigh of relief that the ball went over the crossbar. If it was on target, Mahendran had no chance of stopping it. It was a bullet hit from Mensa Prince and just whiskers away from the goal as well. Ahmed Amish stepping in to take the goal kick, and ball goes away into touch in favor of Solid Sports Club. 25 minutes have flown past us here at Racecourse as Sri Lanka Police enjoying a 1-goal cushion here. An early goal from Nabil Sardin. Has given Sri Lanka Police the early advantage and early hope to take home all 3 points against a much formidable outfit on paper. The Solid Sports Club netted 4 goals in their previous outing against Mathura City Club, and a whole lot was expected from the men in orange before kickoff, but it has been all Sri Lanka Police. The Cops have come out all guns blazing in this final game in the first round. Still maintaining that high press behind the Gallagher has been wonder for how long they can do this, and this time Solid wins the ball in an important position, and yet again not enjoying the luxury of possession there. Solid SC. Prince, beautiful first touch, spreads the play, nice give and go. Here's Jnana Rupan. Police will launch a counter attack here and cooks it a tad bit too much.
Mensa Prince. Muralidharan. The lads from Anuradhapura will get the throw in. Good piece of defending, shepherding that ball out for a throw in. Ahmad Amish, the man for police.
Solid Sports Club will be looking to crawl back into this game just before that half-time break, but Sri Lanka Police has done really well, denying any chances that the Solid Sports Club trying to create. Seshan Prabhu again, not the first time he has put down Mensa Prince down, and next time he'll surely will go to the referee's books, as Indranil Sandakalum has given his chances for Heshan Prabhudd. John Raja doing well there to win a corner.
Lapse in concentration from the police defender, and allows solid an easy corner. Should be taken by Kennedy John Raj. Ball towards the far post, a good one, but an easy collection for Mahendran Dinesh. Very rarely you'd see Dinesh making a mistake or anything going above him. The former Hamid Al Hussein goalkeeper. Amish Ahmed takes the throw in. Rivaldo. Enticing ball into the box. Illusion was up to the task.
Sain Abdullah was making the run into the box, but overcooked a bit from Gayan Rivaldo. Good opportunity there, gone begging for Sri Lanka Police. Illusion coming off his blocks at the right time, denying an opportunity for Sri Lanka Police to double the advantage. Sheshan Prabhudd rather. Apologies for the mispronunciation. Here's Prabhudd. Finds Abdullah. Abdullah, neatly done. Sri Lanka Police spreading the play here. Rivaldo goes over the top, the number 17. Good collection from Nilujan.
Solid have been pressing high up the pitch. At every opportunity they've got, and they get another throw in.
Nice cut back and finds John Raj in the box. Here's an opportunity. Still Solid SC And well defended from Damit Samantha, dropping back and denying an goal scoring opportunity for Solid Sports Club.
Kanes Mindushan should have done better on that occasion. He should have been on the edge of the box looking for the opportunity. He came into the box late, but here's Police. Cutting back in was Hussein Abdullah. He slices that effort out for a throw-in for Solid.
Adielu. Give and go with Jnanarupan. Here's Solid Sports Club. Jnanarupan. Methusan finds Adielu. Shashan Prabuddha not finding his man, making the run. Prabuddha with a high boot keeps the position in favor of Sri Lanka Police. Hussein Abdullah dropping back, spreading the play. Nice, a fluid football from the Cops. Here's Abdullah, the heavy touch and going down. Sri Lanka Police fans pleading for a foul there. Good bit of work from the number 8, Hussein Abdullah. The encouraging stuff from the Cops.
Lujan sends this down straight upfield. Adiolu. He skipped past 2 tackles but gave away foul on the other end.
Amit Samantha looks like he's in enormous amount of pain. Falling down awkwardly, Damit Samantha, in the process hitting his head on the ground. Medics have been called up into the pitch.
I think it was Adielu's knee that struck the back of Samantha's head. But once again, Damit Samantha, not the best of techniques when going for a tackle. 2-footed challenge, studs up.
Already in a yellow card, Damit Samantha will have to be very, very cautious. The number 15 for Sri Lanka Police. The Cops won't be liking to miss Damit Samantha's services going into the Super 8s, starting from the next week onwards. All the live action will be brought to you through Sri Lanka Football Socials and Supreme TV and the Papare TV as well. And there is an opportunity. Hussein Abdullah with an acrobatic effort there. Gayan Rivaldo rather. What an effort from the former Peter Wright. Gayan Rivaldo with an absolutely brilliant acrobatic overhead kick. Would have been one of the contenders for goals of the season, isn't it now?
Yes, indeed, Atif. Gayan Rivaldo channeling his Brazilian namesake, the great Rivaldo himself, would have been proud of that effort. A high boot by Arvisan.
Would love to see a replay of it. Daniel Arbison.
Yes. Very lucky not to get a yellow card.
From the replay, it suggested, for me, in my point of view, it's a red card offence. It's a high boot straight into the head of Hussein Abdullah.
Yeah, I think the mitigating factor would have been both players were going for the ball, nothing malicious. But then again, players needs to be careful when going for those tackles. Not just their own safety, but the safety of your opponent as well. Irudaya Tanujan, the man who was fouled. But here's police in the 40th minute. Damit Samantha to curl this ball off his left.
With Samantha this time with his left foot. Whips it in with Nilujan with a good punch. Putting the ball out of danger. Throw in. Taken quickly, but wasted opportunity from Solid Sports Club there. John Raj switching positions from left to right, right to left rather. Methusan. Abdullah wins the ball and gives it away in a flash. Alexan with a beautiful cross in an opportunity for Solid Sports Club, and John Raj skies it over the left post. Coming in from that far post. Brilliant delivery, a tantalizing delivery from Alexan.
Brilliant work by Alexan, but once again Solid guilty of not following up. We saw that earlier from Kanes Midushan when the cross came in from the left, and this time Kennedy John Raj, who had switched from right to left, arrived in the box very late.
Ideally had the opportunity, but he went over the ball. Brilliant ball from Alexan. It was, and John Raj had the opportunity to take an extra touch and test Dinesh Mahendran, but he opted to go with the first touch and skied it. A chance gone begging for the men in orange. Prince with the ball over the top. Alexan. Good footwork from the number 5. Still Alexan. Finds Prince. Here's Adielu. Nice turn. Jnanarupan in an offside position. Very unfortunate from Solid's perspective. Did everything well. Just slightly offside their skipper. Yes, well and truly offside Jnanarupan. Good call from the assistant Sampath Lena Gunawardana. Just over a minute to go in regulation time for first half. There'll be at least a couple of minutes of stoppages with all the injuries we had throughout this first half. Amish Ahmed, not the best of throw-ins, but still here's Police. Rivaldo takes a touch and skies the volley. Not the best of shooting techniques shown by Gayan Rivaldo. Sending his apologies right after taking the shot. Knew he could have done better or find someone making a run down the wings. But nevertheless, Sri Lanka Police still enjoying a one-goal cushion here. Sri Lanka Police still pressing it high, and no chance whatsoever for Solid Sports Club. And there'll be 3 minutes of added time to wind up this first half as Taranga Pushpakumar lifts his board. Here's Alexan driving it forward. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. No nonsense defending from the Sri Lanka Police centre half, Dayabaran Selvaraj. Prince, a heavy touch, taking it away from him. Jnana Rupan. And John Raj, still John Raj with an opportunity. But the Sri Lanka Police defense standing tall. A top defensive display from the Cops in this first half, giving no chances whatsoever to breach their defenses behind the Galagadaras men. One of the best halves of football, I could say, Sri Lanka Police has had in this first round, outplaying the mighty Solid Sports Club in all the departments, as Daniel Arbison is needing a bit of medical attention.
John Raj needing some ice to his knee. Chief guest for today, from left to right on your screen, is the secretary of the Anuradhapura Football League, chairman of Solid Sports Club, Sagar Piyathilaka. The man with the glasses on his head is Iraj Vimalasurya, the general secretary of Football Federation of Sri Lanka. The two gentlemen in the middle, Tyler Lin, assistant administration department assistant manager of Sinopec Sri Lanka, and Hao Jian, the executive director of Sinopec, as well as Chief Inspector S.H. Lianage, team manager of Sri Lanka Sports Club, on the far right. Lost around half of the added minutes to that injury to Kennedy John Raj.
Sri Lanka Police going back to their goalkeeper, and Mahendran with an awkward pass and brilliant sliding tackle, and The referee has spotted a handball, and this will be an interesting final play to wind up the first half. Dayabaran Selvaraj it is, and
Interesting that there weren't any cards given, yellow card, because Solid were in an attacking position, thwarted by that handball, but nonetheless in very good position, and dare I say in optimum position for Mensa Prince to unleash one of his long range free kicks. Five-man wall, takes a shot off a Solid player as referee Indranil Sandakalum blows for half time. An early goal from Nabil Sardin for Police. The only difference as Police leads 1-0 at half time against Solid.
indeed a brilliant first half from Mahinda Kalagadara's men, completely outplaying the men in orange, courtesy Nabil Sardin's goal, and Coach Sivanesan's men will have to put in a shift in the second half in order to get something out of this game. Here's your halftime confirmation. Sri Lanka Police 1, Solid 0 as they go into the sheds for the halftime break. Good performance from the Cops here. This was Adielu from the first minute of the game, and here's that difference-making goal. Nabil Sardin with a brilliant finish, a brilliant play from Sri Lanka Police. A good team goal to give them the lead. This was Hussein Abdullah again creating chances and creating problems. That could have been a good opportunity for Sheshan Prabhuda and Sri Lanka Police to double the advantage, and Saman Nishant, Damit Samantarad was shown a yellow card for his clumsy bit of play, and that was Mensa Prince's free kick went agonizingly over the crossbar, and in the previous frame we saw Gayan Rivaldo with its acrobatic effort, and there were opportunities for Solid SC to make that equalizing goal, but not being clinical enough has kept things 1-0 in favor of Sri Lanka Police, and we'll be heading into a short commercial break, and we'll be back with the live action of the second half.
Champions League एक हाथ गैस में हैंगुमन किक पे जाव नरमने भाग दुलने भीदी दस्ते गोल एक गन्नाई सिट सरसने समरोक वेने साथेट देने We are one game, one heart. One game, one heart, Champions League. This is where we start. Together we dream, together we fight. We are the champions. එක දෙන්නේ Champions League में අරමෙන්නේ One game, one heart Champions League සටනයි අරමෙන්නේ දිවි දෙන්නේ ජය ගන්නේ එක සීනට අපි යන්නේ One game, one heart Champions League where dreams take part Raise your flags, feel the art Football, one game, one heart Hey yo, one dream, one star Hey yo, one game, one heart Champions League, forever we play The spirit of football leads the way
Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme.
Welcome back to the live action for the second half as Sri Lanka Police leading Solid SC 1-0 courtesy of Nabil Sardin's early goal, upsetting all the spectators here at the racecourse. And it has been quite the turnout here for the final game in this first round as Solid Sports Club looking to equalize things as early as possible in the second half and to get that group champions title. Solid SC will have to do a lot here. A win will take them to the top of Group B, and looks like it's a very long journey for Solid Sports Club to do so, and a very important 45 minutes of football will unfold here upon us as Solid Sports Club. Alexan will kick things off to get things underway in the second half. High and hanging delivery, but done well by the Sri Lanka Police centre halves. Early handball infringement there by Nabil Sardin, the skip goal scorer for the Cops. Mensa Prince again with those dead ball duties was agonizingly close in that first half, scoring a free kick from range. Just went over the crossbar. Dinesh Mahindra was a one lucky campaigner that wasn't on target and didn't test his goalkeeping skills much from that free kick opportunity. It was inches close from Mensa Prince. Here's Kennedy John Raj with the first corner in the second half. Adielu drives it forward, puts the ball into the box. Booted away by the Sri Lanka Police centre half. Here's Nabil Sardin with a foot raise. Done really well, the Solid Sports Club defender. Here's the skipper, Jnana Rupan. Through two players, puts the ball in front and does really well. The Sri Lanka Police centre half, Dayabaran Selvaraj, taking no chances in putting the ball into touch. This time Solid not able to keep the hold of the ball. This has been the case throughout the opening 45 minutes and now to begin the second half as well. They have not looked like themselves, the Solid Sports Club. They have a much better outfit from what they have been showing in these 48 minutes or so.
Solid needs something different. Good work defensively from Solid. Defending collectively rather than individually and forcing that mistake. Not giving away easy free kicks or fouls. That's what you need. Here's Mensa Prince. He is surrounded by two. This time, good defensive work from Police. But given away cheaply. What has been lacking for Solid throughout these 5-6 games is not having a proper forward. Yes, they've scored 12 goals. They could have added a few more if they had a proper centre forward. Here's Nabil Sardin with options. Good cross in. Cleared away. Good cross from Hussein Abdullah. Here's Kennedy John Raj. Adiolu. Nyan Ruben. All over the top of the defender for Kennedy John Raj, who is unable to control it, but they'll still have the throw in. Nyan Ruben, we know, lapse in concentration. An effort taking a deflection. It'll be a throw in. Hussein Abdullah is not happy with it. He wanted a corner. Assistant referee Sampath Lianagunawardena was on top of it. Ahmed Amish. Throwing into the box. Solid defenders, lets it bounce. And it comes off the crossbar. And the rebound effort as well. Daniel Arbison having to make himself some space and gain the header. Not connected properly. The cardinal mistake of letting the ball bounce inside your penalty box. Almost costing Solid another goal. You can see no one wanted to clear that ball. And that second opportunity for Guyan Rivaldo, not getting a proper header. Here's Shishan. The edge of the box, the defense able to clear it away. And Police, as they did in the first half, looking for an early goal. Here's Adiolu. Gets a free kick. It's again a knee to the back of Adiolu. Malingi Hettiarachi. Nyan Ruben, too far out Too far out, Nyan Ruben. Expected a much better delivery from the former Sri Lanka cap. Mensa Prince. Low ball. Another corner for the lads from Anuradhapura. They take it short. Prince puts it across towards the far post. Header. Ball in. That's a penalty and should be a red card as well. There was a handball. Yes, it is. There's no question about it. Instinct. But a well executed move.
Saman Nishant going into the sheds after that brain fade moment.
Well, he sacrificed himself just like Luis Suarez did in 2010. Can Mahendra and Dinesh save this penalty of Mensa Prince? Here's Prince against Dinesh, and he saves it. Poorly executed penalty from Mensa Prince, and easiest of saves for Mahendra and Dinesh. This time the foul on Gayan Rivaldo.
Here's that handball infringement, and just as Nawad mentioned, rolling back the years, just as in the 2010 World Cup when Uruguay took on Ghana. Luis Suarez's handball denying an goal, then Fernando Muslera with that save, just as Dinesh Mahendran did in this occasion. Quite elated Sri Lanka police bench. Saman Nishant sacrificing himself from conceding a goal, but it will be not easy for Sri Lanka police playing with 10 men, and there's plenty of time, half an hour more to go, and with that red card, Mahinda Galagedara has opted to go with a change. Tamil Selvan has made his way into the pitch, replacing Udayarasa Tanujan. A defensive change from Mahinda Galadera, as he showed. He has an opportunity, and still Gayan Rivaldo takes a shot and ricochets over the defender's feet. Sri Lanka police, even though they are one man down, showing signs of good signs of attacking prowess here. This Cop's outfit means business as Solid Sports Club with a double substitution. Henry Chibueze, the star man for Solid Sports Club, makes his way, replacing Robinson Reynolds, while Murugaya Vidusan replaces Adila Kanadielu. Not the best of days for the overseas. Adila Kanadielu made a start after a couple of matches coming off the bench. Not the best of outings for the Lakanadiolu. But nevertheless, their star man Henry Chibueze has made his way into the park. Here's Police with an opportunity. An opportunity, and 10 men Sri Lanka Police has doubled their lead. Nabil Sardin with a brace. What a goal for Sri Lanka Police. And that's the game for Sri Lanka Police, probably. The 10-men Cops outfit have doubled their lead against this Solid Sports Club outfit. Nabil Sardin take a bow with his second goal. This is a clinic from Nabil Sardin. This is how you should finish every given opportunity. Nabil Sardin with a finishing clinic here. And the lights at race course as Mahinda Galagadara's men can enjoy a 2-goal cushion with 1 man down. What an irony it is for Solid Sports Club having that 1-man advantage and still conceding after making that all-important double substitution. They did make an attacking substitution, taking off Robinson Reynolds in the defense while bringing on Henry Chibueze. As Hussein Abdullah continuing his good game. Hussein Nabil Sardin. This man has put on a clinic of finishing. 2 superb finishers. Referee Sanda Callum having a word with Shashan from Sri Lanka Police fans just behind the com box went nuts after that second goal from Nabil Sardin and at this moment as well when Dinesh Mahendran pulled off an absolutely stunning save to deny Mensa Prince to equalize the game. And with an opportunity yet again, Sri Lanka Police. Gayan Rivaldo. Not the best of headers there. Falling over. And by the looks of it, yes, there's clear contact and referee Sanda Callum has spotted to the spot. Comedy of errors here for Solid Sports Club as Sri Lanka Police, the 10 men Sri Lanka Police outfit to make the lead, to extend the lead by 3 goals rather. And who else it is under the penalty? It's Nabil Sardin for the hat-trick for Sri Lanka Police. Pin drop silence here at race course as Nabil Sardin. Save by Nilujan. And for the second time for the day, the penalty has been saved. This time from Nilujan, a poor penalty from Nabil Sardin. Hitting it straight at the goalkeeper. Good presence of mind from Nilujan to extend his leg and make the save. Could have been curtains for Solid Sports Club if Sardin had netted it. Still, we have got a game in our hands as over 25 minutes to be played in this half. What scenes we have had in this second half. Sardin, as just we were praising his finishing abilities. That was a howler from Nabil Sadin, not converting the penalty. Could have been his hat-trick, but not today. As Nilujan with a superb save, deny Nabil Sadin for his hat-trick. Arbison from the outside of his boot goes long. Prince Chibueze with a nice 1-2. This is that link up which have benefited them throughout this campaign. Chibueze in the middle. Here's Prince. John Raj with an opportunity. Here's Chibueze. Takes a couple of touches. Takes the ball away from the defense. Ball put into the box, but clearly Jnana Rupan in an offside position. Not the first time this evening. The solid skipper finding himself in an offside position. Good presence of mind shown by the Sri Lanka Police defenders, maintaining that high line, and good communication as well to keep Jnana Rupan in an offside position. Tamil Selvan, the substitute, coming in for Saman Nishant. Had to sacrifice himself with a handball. Rivaldo from range. Illusion. High and handsome kick. Now it's Prince Mensah. Solid. Should take the advantage of the Cops being one man down, but they have not shown any composure whatsoever with the ball since they have been one man down. Sri Lanka Police, it has been all the men in blue. They have not shown any shyness going forward, even though they are one man down. Hussein Abdullah trying something cute, but not pulling it off to good effect. But here's a solid, it's a good through ball, but again need bit of defending from Sri Lanka Police. Wing back John Raj playing in the left. Change of positions for him also. Not his preferred side to play, but this time playing on the right for Solid Sports Club. Jnana Rupan dropping his shoulder and finding John Raj, making the overlapping run. Good save, and makes a mess out of it, and Sri Lanka Police have conceded. This has been coming past 3 minutes or so. It has been all Solid making inroads, and this time against the run of play, Solid SC has creeped into the game. Mensah Prince with the equalizer, with the first goal rather, for Solid Sports Club. That penalty miss will haunt them if they continue to do mistakes in that sort. This Sri Lanka Police outfit, they have done nothing wrong, but that penalty miss. Nice give and go. Hussein Abdullah. Dinesh Mahendran. has been very good throughout this game, but on that occasion, spilling it, and Mensa Prince didn't have to do much to find the back of the net. Gifted goal, I would say, from the Cops. Now they'll have to be very, very cautious with that one-man deficit. Solid Sports Club crowd in the box, and here's John Raj. Nice ball to find Chibueze. Chibueze driving in forward. Fresh legs for Chibueze coming off the bench today. Finds his winger, Alexan. As a push from the back, shout is for a free kick. But referee shows a throw in favor of Sri Lanka Police. Hussein Abdullah all over the park today. Has been brilliant for the Cops. And it will be a nervous 20 minutes or so from the Cops' perspective, because they have conceded a very unlikely goal, but Solid has shown some good signs in this past couple of minutes or so. Yes, Solid Sports Club yet again from the wing. Alexan enjoying his new position. Normally playing that number 10, number 6 role for Solid SC. Today, given the luxury of playing as a winger, has done extremely well, Alexan. That final end product which has been lacking from the Solid Sports Club attackers, especially Adelaku Nadielu, getting an opportunity to start the game. Wasn't able to convert those chances created by Alexan and Jnanarupan from either sides of the pitch. The game resumes with the throw-in from Solid Sports Club. John Raj goes long, and Mahendran comes out of his blocks. Collects it cleanly this time. Hettiarachi. Beautiful cross pass. Hussein Abdullah. Nabil Sardin rather working his socks off. Here's Shashan Prabhuddha and Rivaldo with a brilliant turn, and shot goes over the top. Round of applause from the Sri Lanka Police fans as Gayan Rivaldo. That was brilliant. A fancy bit of footwork, but that end product has been lacking from Gayan Rivaldo all this evening. Jnanarupan, the timely intervention, finds John Raj. John Raj with numbers inside the box. John Raj goes down as referee Sandakalum spots an infringement. There's it will be a free kick in favor of Solid Sports Club. Ahmed Amish extending his legs, and unwanted challenge, must say. Had to put in that dive, but couldn't get the ball. Ahmed Amish. This time, John Raj under the dead ball. Change of personnels for Solid Sports Club with dead ball duties. John Raj with an in-swinging delivery. A superb delivery, but dealt very well from the Cops defenders. Feints a shot and gives away the ball. Here's the goal scorer, Nabil Sardin. Does well, the solid defenders. John Raj switches the play. Chibueze. Here's Chibueze. Chibueze goes down. Yet another free kick for solid. Tackles coming right, left, right, center from the Cops defenders. Damit Samant this time already on a yellow card. He will have to be very cautious with his sliding tackles. Damit Samant already one man down. This Cops outfit. They wouldn't love to go another man down and play with 9 men as 2 men standing under the dead ball as Kennedy John Raj hits it straight into the 4-man wall set by Sri Lanka Police. Arubishan. Prince over the top. Jnanarupan again. Jnanarupan in an offside position. Making his run way too early, the skipper. Jnanarupan. This is the 3rd time Jnanarupan finding himself offside. Skipper should be doing well and should have a better game awareness there. But nevertheless, Solid Sports Club still trying to find that all-important equalizer. Plenty of time remaining in this game. 14 minutes or so to be played still in this game. Solid SC clearly having that numbers advantage as well as Sri Lanka Police with a horrible throw in as Solid Sports Club launching a counter attack. Mensa Prince finding opportunities. Here's Prince with a beautiful ball and a beautiful touch taking away from the defenders. Here's a Solid Sports Club with an opportunity and a shot taken from Chibueze. Mahendran had to make the save and does really well. Good football all around. Sri Muralidharan Jabez first coming into the box. Then Chibueze with the shot. Mahendran does extremely well to keep away the ball. Muralidharan Jabez did really well initially, but it was Chibueze's shot from range tested Mahendran. Mahendran in the process taking a blow into his head as well from Chibueze's knee. But nevertheless, Mahendran is all up and going as Solid Sports Club keeping knocking on the door. Good football from Coach Sivaneson's men. And Prince. Here's Chibueze. A bit too much on that ball by Mensa Prince, but here's an opportunity. Jabez, Prince, Jnanarupan. Still not out of danger. Sri Lanka Police. Ball over the top and an early foul called by referee Sandakalum. Wasn't for it. It would have been the equalizer. Yes, there was a slight touch from Chibueze on Sri Lanka Police centre half's heel. Good strikers play, good strikers instinctive shown by Henry Chibueze. Opportunity taken from range by Gayan Rivaldo. This was that small touch from Chibueze, making Ahmad Amish go down. Wasn't for it, it would have been the equalizer for Solid. That missed penalty from Mensa Prince. Then Nabil Sardin. Would be very costly for both of these sides. Well constructed play, but that's light touch from Chibueze. May the referee blow the whistle and take the game back. Amish over the top. It has been all Solid Sports Club in this past 10 minutes or so. Prince. Referee says play on. Prince gives it to Chibueze. John Raj. Nice little triangles from Solid Sports Club as they're in a corner of the ricochet delivery of Ahmed Amish. Sri Lanka Police will be needing a strong finish here, and they'll have to hold on to their 1-goal lead here. John Raj scanning for options. Heavy touch from Mithusan. Beautiful by Hussein Abdullah. Abdullah cuts it back. Rivaldo. And it will be a free kick. Shashan Prabuddha rather. It was free kick in favor of Solid Sports Club. Yes, indeed it was. Unforced error from Shashan Prabuddha. And in the meantime, there'll be a substitution for Solid Sports Club as Muhammad Rakan makes his way to the park. An attacking substitution for Solid Sports Club. Not the best of clearances from Mithusan. Nilujan had to come out of his lines as Hussein Abdullah with the ball. Failing to clear the ball. Here's Gayan Rivaldo for Sri Lanka Police. Solid. 8 minutes to go. And 8 minutes to find an equalizer. Ahmad Amish leaves it alone and John Raj finds a way. But Amish does well to recover. Here's Shashan Prabuddha. It will be a long 8 minutes for Sri Lanka Police and a very short one for Solid Sports Club as they are looking for an equalizer. Chibueze. Lovely through ball. Lovely weight on the ball. Madhuranga Tarindu. Muhammad Rakan rather. Man down for Sri Lanka Police. Shashan Prabuddha has hit the ground. And as Sri Lanka Police puts the ball into touch, Shashan Prabuddha will be needing a bit of medical attention. The number 10 for Sri Lanka Police. John Raj and Solid Sports Club players clearly not happy with what Shashank Prabhuda is doing, claiming that old school antics shown by Shashank Prabhuda to waste some important time out of this game, as coach Mahinda Galagedara has opted for a double substitution, as Hasaranga Priyanath and Pradeep Chintaka will make their way, replacing Damit Samanta, who's already on a yellow card, and Ahmad Amish.
Substitution for police. Jersey number 10, Shashank Prabhuda is replaced by jersey number 27.
Apologies, it's not Ahmad Amish who's
Jersey number 15,
making way for
replaced by jersey number
Pradeep Chintaka. It is the injured Shashank Prabhuda. Mahinda Galagedara taking no chances of protecting his number 10 for the Super 8s. Taking no chances whatsoever. The experienced Mahinda Galagedara, knowing how important Shashank Prabhuda's impact in the game. Had a brilliant game, Shashank Prabhuda. And now has hit the grounds. Mahinda Galagedara has opted to sub him off. Here's a Prince. Over the top. Again, Jana Rupan was in an offside position. Had to stay still without reacting, because clearly he was in an offside position. Throw in taken quick. Chibueze fighting and wins the ball. Try and go over the top, Chibueze. And this Gayan Rivaldo does extremely well to win the ball for Sri Lanka Police. Dying stages of this game, Solid Sports Club finding a way to equalize things here at the racecourse to end proceedings in the first round. Sri Lanka Police will have to be very, very cautious. Still trying to play from the back without clearing their lines. Nice give and go from Chibueze. Chibueze trying that extraordinary shot, but not coming off as he would expected. Just under 3 minutes on our clock for regulation time. There'll be a chunk of minutes of stoppage time as well, as we did see a couple of players hitting the ground. And to make up the time we lost, there'll be a chunk of minutes added on as well. So 3 minutes plus added time. Will it be enough for Solid Sports Club to equalize things, as they've been knocking on the door quite oftenly since Sri Lanka Police going one man down? Yes, they did manage to score with 10 men, Sri Lanka Police, and did have the opportunity to extend the lead by 3 goals as well. But Nabil Saad's poor penalty didn't give them the opportunity or the luxury to enjoy a 3-goal cushion. 2 penalties have been missed throughout the course of this game. One first being Mensa Prince hitting straight at Dinesh Mahindran, and then Nabil Sardin was looking for his hat-trick. He failed to connect his penalty as well as Solid Sports Club. It was a good opportunity for them to find that equalizer. Jana Rupan heading it wide. Solid Sports Club will look to crowd the opposition's box as we are heading to full time. They'll pounce on every opportunity that come towards them as Kennedy John Raj takes a quick throw in. Chibueze not with the correct weight. It's too much to deal with for Kennedy John Raj. Slider words exchange between the two players. John Raj. Sri Muralidharan. Ahmad Amish goes long. Hussein Abdullah. And there you go. 6 minutes of added time to wind things up in this first round game under the lights at race course as things stand. Sri Lanka Police will finish in the second place in Group B. And that's a nasty challenge. Chibueze not happy. And with his animated reactions, Sandakalum, referee Sandakalum takes no second chances of showing a yellow card. Chibueze clearly showing his frustration. And words exchanged between entirety of this solid sports club outfit and referee Sandakalum. Quite animated this outfit. Sri Lanka Police clearly playing those mind games and trying to kill some time in this stoppage time phase. Here's another look. Mohammad Amish. It was a nasty hit taken by Mohammad Amish. Clearly Henry Chibueze going over the youngster head. Ball put over the top. Nilujan punches it. Nice little ball control. Here's Rivaldo rather. Pradeep Chintaka. Rivaldo almost finding Hussein Abdullah in that far post wing. Nabil Sardin fighting to win the ball, and as he does really well, Amish Ahmed. And now here's Nabil Sardin. Numbers crowd in the box as Hussein Abdullah and Gayan Rivaldo inside the box. Pradeep Chintaka goes down as referee shows a free kick in favor of Sri Lanka Police just outside the box. Questions have been asked from referee Sandakalum. Pradeep Chintaka. Did really well to win that free kick just outside the box. Daniel Arbison it is. Not the happiest of blokes on the pitch. Kennedy John Raj, very unlike of him, has hit the ground with a bit of medical attention needed towards himself. As referee Sandha Kalum has ordered the medical marshals to hit the ground with the stretcher, as Kennedy John Raj showing clear signs of discomfort, and probably it's a cramp that hurting Kennedy John Raj. Plenty of confusion in the middle. As Malinga hit Rachi and Rivaldo over the dead ball for Sri Lanka Police to put the game into bed. Rivaldo and Coach Sivanesan with a forced substitution, as Rivaldo tries to go with a low ball, and apologetic hands shown from Gayan Rivaldo. Not the best of free kicks taken. Set piece show. This game has been not the best from both of these sides. Just that Mensa Prince's attempt from range in that first half almost tested Dinesh Mahindran. Other than that, the set piece show from both these sides have been not the best, as Arbison tries to take a quick throw in. Chibueze, and here's Sri Lanka Police, and hats off to the Sri Lanka Police outfit. Even though they did go one man down early in this second half. They have not shown signs of going into a shell and playing that low block. They have come out of that shell and put men in front and showed positive signs rather going forward, and as a result they did manage to score a goal as well with 10 men. Coach Mahinda Galagedara has opted for yet another substitution. Hussein Abdullah, after a superb display for Sri Lanka Police, makes his way for Tamil Selvan. Mensa Prince just controls it. Here's an opportunity for Solid Sports Club. Sri Murlidhar and Jabesh had an opportunity, but a timely intervention. Sardin gives it to the substitute Tamil Selvan. And that's it, and that's full time at the race course. Sri Lanka Police manages to hold on to their lead with 10 men on the park. A brilliant performance from Mahinda Galagedara's men. A game which had everything in it. Red cards, goals, and you name it, we had it in this game. Hats off for the men in blue. Even though going one man down inside before that 60-minute mark, managing to pull off a victory. It's quite immense against this formidable, solid sports club outfit. Solid were the favourites coming into this game on paper to take the W and go into the top of the table in Group B. But Sri Lanka Police had other plans, and what a brilliant performance from Mahinda Galagedara's men to take all 3 points from this game. Even though Sri Lanka Police ends the first round with a win, they'll end up being only the second place due to having equal points with the Pelicans, and their Pelicans had the better of Sri Lanka Police. So Sri Lanka Police will be ending the first round in the second place, as the attention will be heading into that Super 8 rounds from next week onwards. A wake-up call, I would say, for the men in orange, and coach Sivanesan was riding high coming into this week, as this is the full-time confirmation. Sri Lanka Police 2 goals to Solid SC's solitary goal scored by Mensa Prince in that 70 minutes or so. Here's some highlights from that second half. Sri Lanka Police, Gayan Rivaldo did test Mahendran quite often, and as you saw before, hit the crossbar, and this was that brain fade moment from Sri Lanka Police number 15, and Mensa Prince not doing well to convert the penalty. This is that all important second goal from Nabil Sardin, the man of the match for today. Courtesy his 2 goals. This was that penalty taken from Nabil Sardin for his hat-trick, but poor penalty from Sardin, and this is that consolation goal scored by Mensa Prince for Solid SC. Apart from that, it was all Sri Lanka Police, even though they were one man down for over 30 minutes. Henry Chibueze did everything possible since coming off the bench. It was very, very good, Chibueze, but wasn't enough to make a difference in this game. Sri Lanka Police will be a very happy, joyous ride back home for the Cops after getting the W here against Solid Sports Club, outplaying them in all 3 departments. As here are the results from this week. 3 draws we had in the first opening 4 fixtures in week number 7. Serendib versus Sounders was the pick of the games, as Saunders finding that equalizing goal in the stoppage time, and in the afternoon game we had Crystal Palace having a comprehensive victory against Nigambu Youth in Group A, and now what a game we had. Sri Lanka Police defeating Solid Sports Club 2 goals to 1 to wind up this first round and week number 7. What 7 weeks of football we have had in this first round, as we all the attention will be shifting towards that Super 8 rounds from the next week onwards. Pelicans will be thanking Sri Lanka Police for this victory, as they stay on top of the Group B to finish off the first round. With this, Sri Lanka Police, Solid Sports Club, Pelicans and